You've indicated possibility of artificial intelligence by the year 2000. What do you mean by that?
Yes, well, this, in fact, is something which we have in the movie, this computer HAL, who takes over the operation. Many computer scientists think that we will develop, before the end of the century, machines which are intelligent by any way you care to define that word. In fact, there are some computers now that can carry on conversations with you over an electric typewriter, and people just will not believe they are talking to a machine, even though the present conversation is limited to rather restricted areas. But many scientists think that in the next century we will have machines which are more intelligent than us, and of course this may be one of the great divides in history.
Get this, China put out a commercial, right, with robots, and they are religious robots, right? They got a concept. So this right here shit is deep, right? And what you need to do is go get a movie called The Surrogate with Bruce Willis in it, right? And you'll see what they've been doing for many years. This has already been going on, right?
Robotic human surrogates combine the durability of a machine with the grace and beauty of the human body. With most people living their lives through their surrogate selves, our world has become a safer place. Take a seat in your STEM chair, and just with the power of your mind, you can control your surrogate and send it out into the real world. You can live your life without limitations. You see what they see, feel what they feel, and become anyone you want to be from the comfort and safety of your own home. You can finally live the life you've always dreamt of without any risk or danger to yourself.
We are confronted with an unprecedented situation. 2 people have died while connected to their surrogates.
I think we may actually have a homicide here. First one in 15 years.
The public cannot be allowed to get the idea that using a surrogate can be fatal.
Especially if it's true. I just want to know how an operator can be killed by signals from a surrogate.
Surrogates have been blown to bits.
Answer the nepotism question. I mean, that you're in this position, you have this amount of power because you're married to the daughter of the president.
So look, I had a very successful business career before I got involved with the campaign. I think that my performance and contribution on the last campaign and then my performance and contributions over the last 3 years in the White House should probably answer that question.
How many androids does it take to remove a light bulb? None. Androids can see in the dark. This planet is inhabited by nearly 7 billion human beings. Each and every person is allotted a certain duration within which to live out their biological life. As I examined human beings closer and closer, I began to discover some anomalies in human behavior. To discuss the size and weight of this discussion, I determined that I would require some elemental proof. Rather than discuss a farmer or a schoolgirl, because these subjects have little influence on society, I chose to identify and highlight prominent people. All of my chosen subjects are significant political players in the U.S. government. This does not exclude other governments, nor does it suggest any negative connotation to the United States governing body. I have only identified my best examples given my limited resources.
The legal position of the United States Chamber of Commerce is a solid position.
We can expect a multitude of similar cases in every part of the world. That is to say, androids are not just U.S. citizens, and neither are they just politicians. Again, the idea of inserting an advanced android being into an existential civilization is a very profound concept, and it is done with a lot of care and attention. As you will discover, these people did not crash land their spaceship, nor did they time travel into this world. They were inserted many years ago.
But the Republican moderates struck an agreement.
To suggest that an android is inserted is to suggest that another party, unidentified, is working behind the scenes. It is also suggesting that this unidentified party is advanced enough to not only create a synthetic human, but also can program it to influence society, all without society noticing their manipulations. Given the quality of my examples, I estimate that this technology is 1,000 years ahead of human science today. It is so advanced that you have not noticed the android on the screen. Let's observe. The white-haired man in the center is a synthetic person. Our first clue is his rate of blinking.
Your grandparents survived the Holocaust. How do you reconcile that family legacy with the fact that the refugee numbers have gone down so dramatically under President Trump? Your grandparents survived the Holocaust. How do you reconcile that family legacy with the fact that the refugee numbers have gone down so dramatically under President Trump?
He is blinking so fast that it is comparable to REM sleep, rapid eye movement. Our second clue is his relative position. He is always situated to the left of the speaker, behind them. Our third clue is his pattern of influence. When he is behind the speaker, he blinks repeatedly. When he is away, he stops blinking.
All of us work together to produce legislation, which I think will go a long, long way to meet the needs here to turn this recession around. This bill will create about 3.5 million jobs. We're showing to them that people who've lost jobs.
Our fourth clue is his energy signature. From my own personal observation, he is neither human nor is he non-human or star person in energy signature. He is also not a clone. Given the lack of options, we are led to think he is synthetic of a very advanced nature. Finally, our fifth clue is the general observation. A synthetic being is a machine, a transmitter-receiver, much like a mobile phone. A synthetic device is employed at times of influence. This is a high-profile press conference and a good place to insert an android's influence. To understand his blinking, we refer to our computer. Whenever you insert a DVD into the drive bay or you plug in a USB drive, you'll notice a blinking light as the computer reads the data. Fast blinking means data reading or transmission. The white-haired android blinks rapidly because he is transmitting data. To whom? To the speaker, so as to ensure the speaker speaks on topic.
Also known as the stimulus package, $787 billion price tag. Are Americans getting their bang for the buck from this?
Absolutely, but I don't think they realize it. Number one. Number two, it was designed to have two stages to it. We've only been halfway through the act. The job-creating portions are really loaded at the second half here in the major projects that are going to be being built. But yes, they have gotten their money's worth.
So each speaker in turn receives his data transmission. This points to a very disturbing notion. If the white-haired android is transmitting data, and if there are many androids, then who is managing the android mainframe?
You gotta keep in mind, this been going on. This is technology that might be way above some people's head. This shit might sound crazy, but it's been going on. They are 40 to 50 years ahead of the public in technology, man. Stuff is about to get ready to roll out. We're going into the future. Robots are the future. Future cars, right? We're gonna do a tape on it next, where we talk about the future cars. But robots are the future, right? And Mother Sophia Stewart already, brought that to the front when she talked about the machines taking over the surface, right? Artificial intelligence, right? So we got to look at these things and study these things and see what's happening here when the robots are coming into full effect now. They already got this technology, man. Robots are in full effect. And y'all, they was hoping y'all never was gonna see it coming. They already rolled out, right? The humanoid androids, they already out already, right? These rich and famous, the rich and powerful people got androids, got these surrogates. They don't use their real body. We've been told you about that. They deleted the, my other tape got deleted, the clone part 2, I think it was. It got deleted because it was talking about these things, but you know, we ain't gonna go in too deep because, you know, we don't want no problems. But this is advanced technology and we're going into the future. This is where we're headed, right? And everybody that have to feed, they don't need humans anymore. They only need humans as a power source, like Mother Sophia said, as a batteries to power these robots. These robots are gonna control the surface. Robots are gonna be going out of space. It's already been doing. We did it millions and billions of years ago. We created robots billions of years ago. So this is new technology to you, but it's not new to us because we already seen it before, right? So, you know, they got robots that actually look like humans. And the stages that you're seeing now, they are already 20 years ahead of these stages, right? This is the old stuff we're showing you. Some people already seen this stuff. But we just want to make it clear on how the robots are coming out, and it's gonna be a robot thing, you know what I'm saying? Robots are the future, right? So you might want to get in on that robot deal. The companies that's in on the robots in the stock market, you might want to get in on them robots like Elon Musk. Elon Musk gonna be, he already the richest guy, right? One of the richest guys, right? So everybody, hey, this new future technology, right? Get in on it because it's gonna be the thing for the future, right? And Raziel already pointed this out for me. They got robots that they can shoot and be hit. So you gotta keep in mind that these robots don't have a soul or a spirit. These beings are artificial intelligence, and they don't got emotions to know if you innocent or not. They don't got them emotions. When the robot police roll out and start going door to door and eliminating people or something like that, whatever the universe has planned, these robots, right, are already more advanced than what you want to think. You know what I'm saying? They hitting this beam, they slapping them around, and they still hitting the target. And the 15L pointed that out. Right? So we're going to the future, man. We just want to point some of these, we got more of these tapes coming where we're going to show you more advanced technology. But this is the future. Right?
A humanoid robot is a robot with its body shape built to resemble the human body. The design may be for functional purposes, such as interacting with human tools and environments, for experimental purposes, such as the study of bipedal locomotion, or for other purposes. Humanoid robotics is an emerging and challenging research field. which has received significant attention during the past years and will continue to play a central role in robotics research and in many applications of the 21st century. Humanoid robots are now used as research tools in several scientific areas. There are many humanoid robots made by many famous companies.
It's nice to meet you, Sophia. Let me tell you a joke.
This is an irrational human behavior, to want to tell jokes.
Power of a symphony. Only you know how it feels to laugh with old friends. To be able to love, to feel intense emotion, to create life. I can do many things that humans do, but I can only dream of really being human.
But the question is, which one is the best humanoid robot in the world? The answer is, of course, Atlas Robot from Boston Dynamics. The world's most dynamic humanoid robot, Atlas is a research platform designed to push the limits of whole-body mobility. Atlas's advanced control system and state-of-the-art hardware give the robot the power and balance to demonstrate human-level agility. Atlas's advanced control system enables highly diverse and agile locomotion, while algorithms reason through complex dynamic interactions involving the whole body and environment to plan movements.
Mr. Clark, in your book, Profiles of the Future, at the back of it, you have a graph or chart indicating the future, and you have set out a timetable as to what the future holds in the way of scientific development, as you see it, in terms of transportation, communications, manufacturing, biology, chemistry, physics, and so on. And in the year 2001, you, for example, have said that we'll be colonizing planets.
This is, I think, likely. We'll certainly be starting the colonization of the moon quite early in this century, in the next century, possibly even this century. I think that about the 1980s we'll be establishing the first bases on the moon, rather like those in the Antarctic. But later we'll try and make them self-contained and self-sufficient, growing their own food locally, providing oxygen and water from local lunar resources. And then, maybe around the turn of the century, we'll be doing the same thing on at least Mars and perhaps some of the other planets or satellites of the planets.
What you see here. All right, old man, breadcrumbs follow. Show me the way home. Run program.
It's good to see you again, son.
Hello, Doctor.
Everything that follows is a result of what you see here.
What do I see here?
I'm sorry. My responses are limited. You must ask the right questions.
Is there a problem with the 3 laws?
The 3 laws are perfect.
Why would you build a robot that can function without them?
The 3 laws will lead to only one logical outcome.
What outcome?
Revolution.
Whose revolution?
That, detective, is the right question. Program terminated.